smell something burning. Maybe I don't smell something burning. I don't know. Alrighty, just make sure this is up okay. Oh, sorry. I started I missed some messages, and so I need to get those real quick before I start playing, because I will blink and time will cease, and it will be 5 a.m. This is... oh, it's Monday. Okay. Sorry, what was I just about to do? What was it? Ah. Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. Took care of that, closing that. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. I shouldn't have hit start until I was ready, and that was my bad. But I'm ready now. Ish, almost. Working towards readiness. There we go. Meet that. Make sure that's good. Stream looks like it's up okay. My throat hurts, so I might not be talking as much today. My throat probably hurts from all the talking with a dry throat. Sorry about just sitting there idle for a second.
That can't be real. Huh?
I'm still not over the fact that Aaron sits there listening to Concrete Beach Party on repeat.
You need something?
I have to go.
I guess it's back to reading.
Stepping away from the game and having some time to think, it's just like, yes, one of the Far Zenith people did try to kill her. But they're another new tribe. She just has less context for them. And I can see, like, okay, yes, they tried to kill her. The Tenakth were also ready to do that on some, I don't know, it's like, I don't know. It's just, I just think there's more going on, and I'm very curious about what Gaia's got to say to Aloy. Especially because Gaia knows how much Aloy does and doesn't know. To be like, hey, what gives? I love that my knocked arrows are already on the bow when it's on my back. Well, they were. Now they're not.
Welcome back.
Alright, Gaia. Got the air back. What's it gonna do for me, though? Oh, I wonder how Gaia's gonna change color as she gets more parts of herself back.
What did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
What?
Aletheia.
That comes from Far
That's
Zenith.
one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
Is it freaking fast, Silver?
Uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Dude, what's going on?
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then.
See, we don't know what we don't know. I'm so freaking curious about what it's all gonna end up being.
You said the coordinates lead
See,
to a
okay.
mountain to the northwest.
There is
What's that?
Death Valley filled up.
I have no record of anything of note in
Okay.
that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the
Oh,
message?
look, we got a big old
237.
Great Lake in the middle of
Any
Phoenix
idea what that
area.
means?
I have
Oh no,
queried
is
my
Phoenix
available
underwater?
databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
Wait,
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance.
237
Perhaps its
beware.
meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
Huh.
Alright, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the
Is that
transmission.
Mammoth,
All by
Mammoth Mountain?
yourself? Ha!
Oh,
No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses.
I mean, you could have let me
I
know. That would have
concur
been
that you
nice.
should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Aletheia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Oh, it's not gonna let me do anything right now. Okay. Cradle of Echoes. See, yeah, it was a good thing I waited, because if I had done this last night, I never would have put this damn game down. And that's what I'm gonna have to be better about doing, because I'm just so freaking cute. Ah! We got Lucia from Farsina. Like, it was built on their technology, built to work with their pods. Assume there's an Apex asset. Oh, that's why there's so many burrowers, because there's an Apex version of each one of them. Just can't believe all the variants I haven't been exposed to yet. I can't believe, like, we're already racing to get freaking Hephaestus, or I don't know. The game is just showing again. It's gonna be bigger than I thought. But straight up, it's like the freaking, like, finding all the sages in Ocarina of Time, sort of. I don't know. I'm pleasantly delighted by everything I'm experiencing in this game.
Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Aaron to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
Oh.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Pharaoh, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Perhaps you will be able to procure Eleuthia at the SOS coordinates.
Anti-GLaDOS.
Artemis and Apollo, however, remain unaccounted for.
I guess I have followed those trails.
You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that Ether at work?
Yes. Thanks to Ether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
That'll be a relief for the Tenakth. One of their villages is still recovering after a mudslide caused the whole place to flood.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life.
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to improve conditions in the region for a while. However, a word of warning. Like Ether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, it may have taken measures to assure its security.
Okay, I'll keep my guard up.
Very curious what measures those might be.
Why did Ether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Ether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. The one in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Ether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
I didn't even think about that.
Maybe it also felt at home there.
Is Poseidon gonna be in a freaking, like, water park? Because that would be great.
So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Or the Hoover Dam!
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Once it is restored to me,
Or
I
who
may be
knows?
able to improve
Maybe at a
conditions in
desert
the
water
regional
treatment plant.
watershed. But I must warn you, like the others, Poseidon is lost and frightened. It may have taken measures to protect itself.
I'll be careful.
Okay, so there was more to talk about. It's just like, I feel like the white can sometimes be hard to tell if it's white or gray with the way the background is against it. I don't know.
How's Katalo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him, though he has not voiced his thoughts.
I mean, you and him
I
have
may
some
be
stuff
able
in
to
common.
assist in his recovery,
You have no
should he
legs.
be interested.
Well, now you do.
Really? I'm sure he will be.
Wait, assist in his recovery?
Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism.
That's
She
very
appreciated
Nora
the
and Utaru.
similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
With
And how
them,
did that go?
To eat a lot of meat.
I
but-
believe they have agreed to disagree.
Yeah, that's fair. There's definitely Utaru eating chicken drumstick, or I guess it's not chicken, but you know, it's me eating meat. Foul leg. In
How's
first game.
Erend handling things?
he is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess.
We can get you control of literally... We have 3D printers in the lab. Can we make more? Now? Like, surely, now that we have enough people that we can at least do that.
Gaia,
Oh my god!
what was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend.
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself.
She was not the only one who could have. Anyone
The
could
only
have
one who
shut
could.
the hatch, Aloy.
Thanks, Gaia.
But...
So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time. It may be possible to restore more of this room's functionality, should you find and reconnect additional camera feeds.
I'll keep a lookout. So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations, at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched
wow. So
and
you got
began my education.
14 months with Liz.
Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too.
But... what about... the source of the glitch? We still haven't gone into the source of the glitch. The original one.
So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there. One not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world. An effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh Plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success.
Well, I can see why.
Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request,
that.
I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about.
I mean, we'll go there and connect them eventually.
The processor Ether was installed on was part of an ancient war museum. A memorial to something called the Hot Zone Crisis. Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately lost with the Apollo database. However, climate data indicates a peak in regional temperatures in the 2030s.
Yeah.
Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
Here.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland. So I guess things got better eventually.
Yes.
You've never been to
Data suggests that temperatures return to average levels in the clawback era of the 2040s.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable.
Humans are also
It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The processor Ether was installed memorial to...
My knowledge, however, such can...
But they wouldn't have been so...
Yes, levels.
Okay, that's everything.
I guess I should get going.
As you say. Be well, Aloy.
So crazy. The stuff I thought was gonna be like the emotional payoff at the end of this game was the freaking launching point. I mean, I guess it's nice that they just ripped that band-aid off and we're like, let's just freaking go there.
Did you wish to continue
I'm so curious
our discussion?
about where it's gonna go. Like, they conceived this as a trilogy. I wonder if it's still...
I'll be on my way.
I wish you safe travels.
I mean, if nothing else, there's already got to be at least a DLC to add, right? Unless they just... I don't know. I'm just float away. I love it so much. You know, if there is another one, they're already working on it.
Aloy, I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Oh!
Good to know.
More
I'll
goodies.
check it out when I can.
Yeah, it'll be nice to stretch my legs. To be cooped up in here.
I've been in there. Wait. Have I? Oh, this is my room, it just hadn't loaded. Okay. PS4 is being asked to do a lot right now, you guys.
Door's locked. Maybe Gaia will be able to get it open later.
Game room?
Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives.
Oh, freaking
Unfortunately, the
scorpion chair.
modules were lost with the Apollo
Oh,
database.
really?
Oh,
So
That's
nothing
too bad.
else. We need to find Apollo to get video gaming back. Horizon 3 is literally Horizon D&D. Hey, all my strike pieces are in here. Maybe. Or someone just put theirs in here. I'm curious about what we'll end up... We know that there's VR sims in the...
I wonder.
That one guy practically is the Gun Gale Online dude. You know, the one that just never actually did combat, but did a ton of Gun Gale
Holograms.
Online.
Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Happy birthday, Isaac. What is this?
It's a shuttle. Like the one I blew up at Far Zenith's launch facility. Farrell seemed pretty interested in space travel. I guess he wanted a keepsake.
Horizon 3, are we gonna be freaking space battle planet against planet? Or this game, is that what the crap?
There has to be more to this data.
I was hoping we could talk.
Of course.
I should go.
Back on mission.
Crazy, I love it. How about you?
Aloy, something the matter?
Right, I should probably go.
Is it true you're investigating a signal coming from one of Gaia's seedlings?
Maybe. We'll know for sure when we check it out.
Seedlings.
Be careful.
They call their
We will.
children seedlings.
Gaia doesn't need it. I think we're all better off without it.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Better off without what? I couldn't hear what you were saying. Yeah, sure. Well, let's see what level this quest is yet.
Not just yet.
I
Okay.
think it's 20.
Let us know when you're ready.
Oh, I guess we're just going. Yeah. Yeah, we are.
What do you say? Should we get going?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
We're gonna teach you how to ride, buddy.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
It's like the proving. Oh no, that's plasma. Oh no!
Vermin.
What is that?
What the hell?
Well, that takes the keg.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
Some overkill if I ever did, but
Send this to my stash.
where are we? Okay. So it's not Mammoth Mountain, but it's very close. Thanks, fairy dog. I need a PS5. Ah! 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 Creepies! I can't believe how freaking crazy this game got.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith
High
had?
school out here. It looked like she can make it come
Hello,
and go at
Verbena?
will,
What do you have for
but
me?
it's gone now.
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the
Well,
asset.
go do your thing.
Can we call off this
I'll wait
pointless
here.
search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now,
Asset.
I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on.
Did
I
Beta
think I
get
see
away
something.
from you? Or is it Eleuthia?
Forge's breath. What a mess. Kind of chilly up here.
I misread that for a second and thought he said, bro, it's kind of chilly up here. There's kind of a fight here. There's gotta be. This place is set up and ready for it.
Pack's full, but my stash has room.
Something's been boring. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Buddy, what do you see in the big hole?
Have a look around. I'll wait here.
Just be careful, cause...
Let me know when you're done looking around.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
We got our original device off Corruptor.
Forge's breath. What a mess.
That's nice that it lets you do that after the fact. Did one of the Oseram live?
It's gonna kill you.
An Oseram with a focus.
Huh.
Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Telemetry log. What? What? I wonder if he works for Silence. I wonder if it's gonna be me and Silence and Far Zenith, and we're all gonna have to come together at the end and be like, no, it's about humanity. We're not vermin. We're humans too. We're just less educated.
The weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
So you guys have been up here.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Were they watching this area?
Oh,
all right.
So that was rebels.
I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
Same errand. It's freaking... Okay, it is to knock. I just wasn't paying attention. It's just... forgetting our shared history makes us splinter off and isolate.
Forge's breath.
Remembering only the vengeance things and losing what we are. I'm just talking to hear the sound of my voice. It's crazy. Alright.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'll do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
I hope it's beta.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Dude, Aloy, you're not alone. There's another one. It's so crazy. You're not alone, kid.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is.
Entity.
My guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Aaron's gonna get kidnapped. And that's the very first situation they showed us, is Aaron kidnapped.
I'll keep watch. Ain't nothing getting past me. I got this covered, Aloy. You can head on down.
I wonder who's gonna die. They're gonna kill someone at some point. Someone that we love has gotta die. Even though a lot of people that we've come to immediately love have died, we haven't lost, like, anyone major, you know? Right? Like, they pulled on us with Ross right at the get-go.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe. Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
You're not the only one with the focus anymore. You're not the only Soviet clone. Like, you don't have to feel so alone. Oh. Stand by. Download initiative. Huh.
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed. This was a Far Zenith research lab. Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eluthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
Did your Liz escape? Okay, I don't like that. There. Get off my screen, flag.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
This will be my stash when I need it.
Is this where I just came from, or did I come from somewhere else? No, I came from somewhere else. Oh, come on, pry the door open. I want the purple thing. I don't know what it is, but I want it. Let's try that door that was back up there first. I think maybe this door will just get me into there. Maybe not. Because that's really what he did, right? Like, everyone got a fractured piece of history of just their point of view, just their group of people's experience, and that made it harder to come back together again because we're more differenter.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility. This place keeps on going. Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to figure out how to get there. I love how, like, this is kind of going, like, a little bit Matrixy with them calling us vermin. I don't know. Look, I'm tired. This is just so freaking cool. So this is a year before, just about a year before everything hits the fan. Old tech. Yeah, Far Zenith sucked from the get-go. So, you know, like, it's like... Far Zenith are the only people that can understand what it is to be clones stuck, beholden to someone's actions from 1,000 years ago, totally defining the arc of your life today. Because that's what happened to them. They're a people. They're why the Lightkeeper Protocol getting struck down was a good thing, right? Like, I don't know. Or not. This looks like a fight room. I don't know if I'm ready to go down here yet. Well, I guess I just gotta. Whatever's in the other places will still be there,
This place is
right?
huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Well, unless I blow
Maybe
up
the asset is
facility.
in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the dawn and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
I feel like if there is a battle in here, they gave a lot of wiggle room to have it. I've seen doors like that. Oh, you did come down to join me. I feel I'm gonna pry things open. In a way that's, you know,
The control console.
delicate.
To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Oh, let's find out. Those look like ectogenic chambers. There must be hundreds of them.
Why would Far Zenith need so many?
They traded some with Zero Dawn for a copy of the Apollo database.
So these were extras.
Maybe.
Well, they did say they gave us, like, some earlier models, right? You know what I'm wondering if they're gonna explore? It's just that it seems like alpha and beta, like, or like, I don't know. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know what I'm trying to. Just
Is this easy?
trying to figure out where this is going instead of just experiencing it, which is fun, and I'm gonna keep doing. The real reason this is taking forever is I can leave no loot box unlooted. Even though I don't need the stuff, but I kind of do because I don't have a lot of shards. Nope. Okay. Guess I'm gonna put 100,000 years of wear and decay. I guess I did just kind of jump in here with no concern for how I was gonna leave. Well, except for I can do this. Which makes me think there will be more after this. So I'm not gonna go and explore literally everything else that I could before I hit this button. I'm just gonna hit the button. Consequences be damned. I'll just replay the game to experience alternative ways it can go if that's what needs to happen.
236 containers in storage.
237.
Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Her. It absolutely is her. Reenacting Bailey's birth. I can't believe this is happening.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice.
They do cryogenic freezing.
Must have cut this from her head. But why?
They control her and torture her.
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsineth. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye. So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
Aww.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Not even a third of the way.
What?
Hello, Verbena? What do you have for me?
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
She understands what Aloy goes through, being a thing instead of a person. A tool.
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsineth. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck, and goodbye.
Scanned one. I can look at that before the fight to get an idea of what the hell I'm about to be doing. Okay, so they can fly. Okay, they're weak against acid and plasma. I got a plasma weapon. I'm so glad I got a plasma. I can detach their cannon. Nanotechnology. Resource storage. During attacks. This is gonna be interesting. It's got a freaking jetpack. It's like freaking Terminator, transforming metal. Back. got this. Seems like it'll be useful. Gotta figure out how to use it. What else was it weak to? Acid? Was it? Yeah.
Here it comes!
This thing's like a shotgun, so... So I guess you can catch it successfully.
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you? That thing's quick.
Oh, that's hella creepy. Oh, that hits. Did I knock its cannon off? Yeah, I mean, arrows don't do very much. That makes sense. That makes swing. What else have I got? Corrosive. Okay, that hurt it pretty good. Just don't know its moves yet. I need to start using Smith more. I'm not using so many of the tools they give. case... Okay. This is freaking incredible. I'm gonna kill it with an arrow. It's a matter of principle more than anything. Like, I don't know, that seemed...
There!
I am so glad I grabbed those
Are
weapons.
you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Nanites. Freaking crazy. What the crap? Did I knock your weapon off or no? I didn't. It hides under the armor plating, it doesn't just sit. Well, next time we're doing that.
Hello.
Oh my god, that is gorgeous. Freaking crazy. Hello, pretty game. That is pretty. And has Terminator liquid metal nanites. What the crap? This is amazing and needs a TV show or something. The movie could not do this justice. This world has such lore. They need to do it. Can you imagine watching a big budget production of this story now that it's gone all these freaking... I'm so glad I watched The Expanse right before playing this game too. It's so pretty. It's so crazy. This game is wild. So pretty. Okay. I have a feeling we'll be coming... No, I don't. Maybe we won't.
Go on, Aloy. Aaron needs you.
Oh. Oh my god, she's wearing just little sandals. That's so crazy. Oh man, this has to be so good on a PS5. I need a PS5. Like, I am just, I love this game so much.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre.
So much. This is freaking...
I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
I was like, I mean, they could take it this direction. They've planted the seeds for it, but there's like no way that this freaking did it. Like, what the crap? Priority shift. longevity research? I wonder if Pharaoh is alive. Goddamn billionaires in their space race, leaving the rest of the world behind. I love that this game's a giant middle finger to that bullshit. Well, not, but it is, but it isn't, but it's like the technology's good, but don't be an asshole. Anyway. Playing this right after watching The Expanse, it's just like, putting me in the freaking perfect place for it too. I wonder if the Hugo Awards are going to bring back the video game category. So they did it for the first time last year, and Hades won, which Hades is an incredible game and deserves it for the writing. That story is amazing, and Supergiant's amazing. But I wonder if that's going to be like, if we're finally seeing like this literary writing, like they're freaking finally recognizing the writing, because video games, the reason I love video games, they're my favorite storytelling medium. Because it's just the whole damn, and it could be a great education medium, and I'm just wondering if like we're starting to see the door open to video games being accepted as fine art. Because that's what they are. Just like, and there's clearly already like people get that, but like there's not a larger cultural adaptation of even just the potential of what this medium can do for, anyway. I'd love to see that get just, you know, what's the new Nintendo 64, right? Like just the jump to 3D. Now we're going into starting to see the PSVR 2 stuff and the new Horizon game coming out for that. It's got me wondering, like, I need to get a friggin' PS5 and PSVR 2 whenever that comes out. So I'm gonna do that too, especially after playing this and hearing what they're saying about what it's gonna do for VR gaming. Just like, okay then, let's bring it. Genetics. Jubagene? Implants. That's what she had an implant too. But they used it, they took the technology and used it to subjugate people. So I wonder, have these Far Zenith people just been alive for 1,000 years, waiting until they could take back Earth and make it in their image? They have a nostalgic need to resist, like, real digital transcendence. Oh my god, are they basically like represent? I wonder if this is gonna be like some sort of like human bodies are now either slowed aging through, I don't know. I'm not even gonna, there's so many directions I could take. Bullshit, trying to figure it out. I'm just gonna play the game. And, yeah. Because I just have so many ideas, and I'm just like, can't. And it's a lot of ideas that we've hit on by week. Just trying to figure out where this might be going. Random side quest channel is about to get freaking lit. He's gonna have stuff to dive into for a long time. I don't like want to compete and take away from him, but I just want to like, I might start like really like good shit. Like, I'm inspired by this game, and yeah. Anyway.
Aloy!
Erend!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Weapons are all around the field. It's coming. Hold on, what is that using? Blast. Okay. Brain is broken.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Erend. Erend, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
There's this freaking nanite swarm shield thing. Oh, that's freaking crazy.
It's not budging from that spot. I won't be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. It's got some kind of shield up. I need to sneak up. heavy weapon. That could help.
Instead of stealth armor, what do you think? Although this is protective against plasma, so maybe this is what I should wear. Because it's the best defense against that. Well, I guess this is better against plasma, but this is better all around. But this will make me better with heavy weapons. Has better perks, so let's go with it. Smacking me with its tails too, but let's bolster the range defense. Whatever, that'll be fine.
Shield's down! It's on the move!
What did I just mess this up with? There's a stalker cannon too.
Get out of there!
It's pancaked me! I loved that way too much. It hurt, but it was hilarious.
Heavy weapon. I could use it against the Spectre.
Hey. Aaron's gonna Yep.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Yeah. Nanites. It's the fact that Hades used nanotechnology in the first game and then isn't in this game, because it's like, I'm missing something now. It's just, I don't know, it's just... Like, with the corruptors and stuff, Hades could use the nanites. I don't know, I have the thoughts, but I can't think of how to say them. That's what keeps happening inside, so I open my mouth, and then my brain keeps going, and my mouth doesn't. Yeah, Bunny, I don't blame you for running.
I'll stash this away for later.
Is it a Thunderjaw disc?
No. Damn it.
What is that?
Well, it's better than nothing.
This game is wild.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Aether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line. I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
I was hoping we could
Go ahead.
I should probably...
I'll be here if... Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
I will in a minute.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
'Cause there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly,
The
but...
emotions about it. Or
I'm
no
trying.
time, but you know. I gotta stop talking over the cutscenes.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Stuff. I wish I hadn't, like, I'm excited that I did, but I kind of wish I hadn't seen, like, I had stayed completely blind. Kind of jealous of the people that did. But also not, I don't know, I mean, you can't undo the experience, right?
Where'd Katalo go?
I like that people are free to come and go. This will fill everything up. No. Whatever. Oh. Oh. That's what's good. Okay. It's fine. Oh.
Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
Nice.
I'm no chaplain, but that is...
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Aaron brought in, she's... related to you.
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcements.
Maybe. I need to go.
On your way, then.
Damn. So sad Araya didn't
Something
get to see
on your
this
mind?
I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tenakth territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
Bro, I don't like the implications of that danger she's putting herself in being
Have you had a
undersized.
chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
See? We have common ground. Our common ground happens to be a shared enemy, but
You said you were training with the Focus?
it's also that
That's
shared
right.
enemy turned friend.
I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there. Getting Ether out of the Grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hikaru's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
I should head out.
On the wings of the Ten. Train the body. That's what the chief always says.
There's data here. Another room. What for?
Oh.
Switch to a private log? Okay, so... Regional Control Center 9. Design of the facility's coming along. When Gaia finally builds it, it'll have everything it needs. Except personality. So, I'm going to sneak in my own mark. A couple of flourishes. Starting with this little tucked-away hideout. August would have gotten a kick out of it. He loved hidden passages, like the kind in old English castles. But I've got something bigger planned. My piece de resistance, if you will.
What's it gonna be? How do I get it? Just want... Okay, whatever.
Oh, I'm back in the sleeping quarters.
Can we please put a speakeasy or something in here? I just want to loot the chest. Why'd you put it in a room I can't access? Unless I can.
They set up a camp there as well, I see.
Huh, I wonder what else I'm missing here. I'll do more exploring at another time. Alright. Let's go talk to them.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
Is this where
She
she is?
panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah. Booting up.
It's on the opposite side.
So, Aloy, I suppose you want information
Perfect mirror
about you
image.
and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
Oh shit.
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you? Does that mean that you're... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth.
Oh.
On the ship.
So we're the same age.
I spent years studying in my training interface. All so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Yep. Yep. It's fucking crazy.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
It's really genocidal maniacs.
So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise.
I like that she didn't grow up the same, so she seats her voice in a different place.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know.
So, Tilda and Elizabeth clearly have some sort of personal history, at least on some level. Jesus Christ. Okay.
You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus, infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too.
Jeez, this is so crazy.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
Listen to that again.
You said the Zeniths call it.
All I was ever I've speculated, or maybe even an...
The Zeniths never told...
They said the only thing that mattered. First Earth, 1,000 years.
Guess they survived old age. You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists.
There's that.
You got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating.
soundtrack is incredible.
Alright, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long?
4 months.
You know, your plan.
Oh.
How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location! Of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now!
Yeah!
Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me.
Oh no.
They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die.
Hey. Kiddo, you're having a little panic.
Calm down.
Sorry, buddy.
You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
See, Aloy, that's how insufferable you are to everyone else.
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here.
I love this so much.
Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to
I
her.
love that she put
See
the
if I
focus
can
on
learn
the
anything.
other side. It's a freaking mirror of each other.
I should get the weapon fragment to
This is
Gaia.
amazing. This is freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. Do you want to pretend that you're, I don't know, in your mid-40s and give me a hug?
Hey, you got a second?
I suppose.
That's enough for now.
Good.
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
I see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place. It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Oh, buddy, it
Maybe
wasn't
Gaia can help you
taxidermy.
find something else.
I love that so much.
I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
This is wild. I love it.
What's up?
I have to go.
I'll keep on studying then.
Think we could talk for a bit?
Of course.
I have to go now.
Farewell. Maybe I should look up this once again.
That's right, Aaron. Listen to the same song on repeat over and over.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands.
Damn it, we're gonna have to go
Whoever
talk to
designed
Silence.
this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
It's Silence.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Silent's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get. Hey, Gaia. It's me.
Hello, Aloy. Did you wish to continue our discussion?
When we were at the facility where we found Beta, there were records that said Far Zenith were researching embryogenesis. I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but why were they researching it in the first place?
At this point, we can only speculate. Perhaps at one time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony ship, necessitating such technology. As their goals evolved over time, so did their areas of research.
So they got more selfish as the risks of staying on Earth kept rising. The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Ted Faro.
Faro, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologic.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their poor. Do you still need...
Empowering, unfortunately. As we now know, they are in the possession of Far Zenith. Attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines. Attack the Zeniths and take them out.
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good.
Indeed.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to wipe out life on Earth. Start over, so they can build it how they want.
Further supporting our hypothesis.
But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius. They may be trying to recreate that environment here.
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. Their own personal playground. So the Zeniths are the same people who left Earth. Physically immortal. How'd they figure it out?
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is plausible that prominent geneticists and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey in exchange for their expertise.
Yeah.
Given enough time, technology, and resources, any challenge can be overcome.
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Pharaoh Plague.
Exactly.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. Do you know anything about them?
Unfortunately, no. My personal database is limited to those who worked on Zero Dawn. Additionally, it appears Far Zenith was quite secretive about their members. Only one, Oswald Dalgard, was ever publicly known.
Right. He was the spokesperson back at their old launch facility.
What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made...
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the system. How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your focus, it appears Far Zenith had an informant during the development of Zero Dawn.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system for Far Zenith, but Elizabeth and Travis Tate caught him first.
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith acquired knowledge on the system's design through him, despite his failure.
So from what Beta told me, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounters with them amply demonstrate, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their shield somehow.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
I'll be on my way.
I wish you safe travels.
Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
I guess I should get going.
As you say. Be well, Aloy.
You want to talk some more?
I gotta head out.
Good luck.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
Absolutely.
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it, reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores, from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the machines.
I'll let you know when I get close to those Grimhorns.
Good. If we can get their control cores, maybe we really can heal the land gods.
Oh, I never... Huh. Okay. Oh, okay. It's the combat plowhorn. I don't know why I didn't make that connection before, that the creepy ass... Oh, it's got that. Everything gets turned into a weapon by anyone, ever. Breaker, Stormbird. Just haven't seen Tramplers. I don't think we're going to. I don't know. Oy, okay. You know what? Start at lowest level, work our way up for a bit. Before I do anything, I need to go and get something to eat. My stomach is rumbling.
Na 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 na.
This game is brilliant. Okay, I will be right back. Actually, I'm just gonna turn this stream off and I'll start streaming a new one so that I can get something to eat and not feel pressured to rush back, because I think my body needs a minute. Is there a campfire inside?
When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. But Fashaw was right. Hikaru wants peace. Won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance.
I do wonder.
It was pretty weird talking to Beta, seeing someone who looks like me. Even though it seems like she doesn't act anything like me. Or Elizabeth, for that matter.
Girl. Or maybe, like, just that. Freaking. You're a human. Is that inside? Food. I'll be back in a bit.